Hey, family. It's been a minute since we've read The Color Purple, and I've got a few minutes. I'm actually getting ready. Okay. I'm actually getting ready to go out to dinner. And I figured, before I go out to eat, let's read a little bit of The Color Purple. How about it? I probably won't be able to read it that long because, like I said, I'm going out to eat, going out to dinner in a minute. But let's read. Okay. So where we left off, Mr., who we find out his name is Albert, Mr. brings home Suge Avery. She's super sick, and Celie is dedicated to nursing her back to health, even though she's super mean. And Celie is actually starting to feel right at home. Actually, she's starting to feel like, man, maybe this is life. Me, Mr., and Suge. I could probably do this. Okay. So, shockingly enough, we see that she's okay with this arrangement. So let's pick on up with our little threesome of Mr. Suge and Celie. All right. Okay. Dear God, Mr. and Sophia work on the not Mr. Take it back. It says me. Dear God, me and Sophia work on the quilt. Got it framed up on the porch. Suge Avery donate her yellow dress for scrap, and I work in a piece every chance I get. It a nice pattern called Sister's Choice. If the quilt turn out perfect, maybe I give it to her. If it not perfect, maybe I keep. I want it for myself. Just for a little yellow pieces look like stars, but not. Mr. and Suge walk up the road to the mailbox. The house quiet, except for the flies. They swing through every now and then, drunk from eating and enjoying the heat, buzz enough to make me drowsy. Sophia looked like something on her mind. She just not sure what. She bend over the frame, sew a little, then rear back in her chair and look out across the yard. Finally, she rests her needle and say, "Why do people eat, Miss Celie? Tell me that." "To stay alive," I say. What else? Of course, some folks eat 'cause food tastes good to 'em. Then some is gluttons. They love to feel they mouth work. "Them the only reasons you can think of?" she asked. "Well, sometime it might be a case of being undernourished," I say. She mused. "He not undernourished," she say. "Who ain't?" I asked. "Harpo," she say. "Harpo? He eating more and more every day." "Maybe he got tapeworm." She frowned. "No," she said. "I don't think it tapeworm. Tapeworm make you hungry. Harpo eat even when he ain't hungry." "Well, what for sit down?" This hard to believe, but sometimes you hear new things every day. Not me, you understand, but some folk do say that. "Last night for supper he ate a whole pan of biscuits by himself." "No," I say. "He sure did, and had two big glasses of buttermilk along with it. This was after supper was over, too. I was giving the children their baths, getting them ready for bed. He's supposed to be washing the dishes. Instead of washing plates, he washing them with his mouth." "Well, maybe he was extra hungry. Y'all has been working hard." "Not that hard," she say. "And this morning for breakfast, darn if he ain't have 6 eggs. After all that food, he looked too sick to walk. When us got to the field, I thought he was gonna faint." If Sophia say Dawn something wrong, maybe he don't want to finish the dishes, I say. "His daddy never washed a dish in his life." "You reckon?" she say. "He seems so much to love it. To tell the truth, he loved that part of housekeeping a heap more than me. I'd rather be out in the fields or fooling with the animals, even chopping wood, but he loved cooking and cleaning and doing little things around the house." He sure is a good cook, I say. Big surprise to me that he knew anything about it. He never cooked so much as an egg when he lived at home. I bet he wanted to, she said. It seemed so natural to him. But mister, you know how he is. Oh, he all right, I say. You feeling yourself, Miss Celie? Sophia asked. I mean, he all right in some things, and not in others. Oh, she say. Anyway, next time he come here, notice if he eat anything. I noticed what he eat all right. First thing coming up the steps, I give him a close look. He's still skinny, about half Sophia's size, but I see a little pot beginning under his overalls. What you got to eat, Miss Celie? He say, going straight to the warmer and a piece of fried chicken, then on to the safe for a slice of blackberry pie. He stand by the table and munch, munch. You got any sweet milk? He asked. Got clabber, I say. He say, well, I love clabber, and dip him out some. Sophia must not be feeding you, I say. Well, why you say that? He asked with his mouth full. Well, it's not that long after dinner, and here you is, hungry again. He don't say nothing, just eat. Course, I say, supper time not too far off either, about 3, 4 hours. He rummaged through the drawer for a spoon to eat the clabber with. He see a slice of cornbread on the shelf, back to the stove. He grab it and crumble it into the glass. Us go back out to the porch. He puts his foot up on the railing, eats his clabber and cornbread with the glass near about his nose. Remind me of a hog at a trough. Food tasting like food to you these days? Huh? I say, listening to him chew. He don't say nothing. Just eat. I look out across the yard. I see Sophia dragging a ladder and then leaning up against the house. She wearing an old pair of Harpo pants. Got her hair tied up in a head rag. Them climb up the ladder to the roof. Begin to hammer in nails. Sound echo across the yard like shots. Harpo eat. Watch her. Then he belch. Say, excuse me, Miss Celie. Take the glass and spoon back in the kitchen, come out and say bye. No matter what happening now, no matter who come, no matter what they say or do, Harpo eat through it. Food on his mind, morning, noon, and night. His belly grow and grow, but the rest of him don't. He began to look like he big. When it do, us asked. Harpo don't say nothing. Reach for another piece of pie. Dear God, Harpo staying with us this weekend. Friday night after Mr. and Shug and me done gone to bed, I heard this somebody crying. Harpo sitting out on the steps, crying like his heart gonna break. Oh, boo-hoo and boo-hoo. He got his head in his hands, tears and snot running down his chin. I give him a handsker. He blow his nose, look up at me out of his 2 eyes closed like a fist. What happened to your eyes? I asked. He climbed round in his mind for a story to tell, then fall back on the truth. Sophia, he said. You still bothering Sophia? I asked. She my wife, he said. And that don't mean you got to keep on bothering her, I say. Sophia love you. She a good wife. Good to the children and good looking, hard working, God fearing, and clean. I don't know what more you want. Harpo sniffled. I want her to do what I say, like you do for Pa. Oh, Lord, I say. When Pa tell you to do something, you do it, he say. When he say not to, you don't. You don't do what he say, he beats you. Sometime beat me anyhow, I say, whether I do what he say or not. That's right, say Harpo, but not Sophia. She do what she want. Don't pay me no mind at all. I try to beat her. She black my eyes. Then keep your hands off of her, you idiot. God. Oh, boo-hoo, he cried. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo, he cried. I start to take back my hanger. Maybe push him and his black ass off the step. I think about Sophia. She tickled me. I used to hunt game with a bow and arrow, she say. Some women's can't be beat, I say. And Sophia one of them. Besides, Sophia love you. She'd probably be happy to do most of what you say if you just asked her right. She not mean, she not spiteful, she don't hold a grudge. He sit there hanging his head, looking retarded. Harpo, I say, giving him a shake. Sophia love you. You love Sophia. He look up at me best he can out his fat little eyes. Yes, ma'am, he say. Mister married me to take care of his children. I married him 'cause daddy made me. I don't love Mister and he don't love me. But you his wife, he say, just like Sophia mine. The wife's supposed to mind. Do Suge Avery mind Mister? I asked. She the woman he asked to marry. Oh, I'm sorry. She the woman he wanted to marry. She call him Albert, tell him his drawers stink in a minute. Little as he is, when she get her weight back, she can sit on him if he try to bother her. Why mention weight? Harpo start to cry again. Then he start to be sick. He lean over the edge of the step and vomit and vomit. Look like every piece of pie for the last year come up. When he empty, I put him in the bed next to Suge's little room. He fall right off to sleep. Dear God, I go visit Sophia. She's still working on the roof. The darn thing leak, she say. She out to the wood pile making shingles. She put a big square piece of wood on the chopping block and chop, chop. She make big flat shingles. She put the axe down and asked me, do I want some lemonade? I look at her good, except for the bruise on her wrist. She don't look like she got a scratch on her. How it going with you and Harpo? I asked. Well, she say, he stopped eating so much. But maybe this just a spell. He trying to get as big as you, I say. She suck in her breath. I kinda thought so, she say, and let out her breath real slow. All the children come running up. Mama, mama, us want lemonade. She pour out 5 glasses for 'em, 2 for us. Us sit in a wooden swing she made last summer and hung on the shady end of the porch. I'm getting tired of Harpo, she say. All he think about since us married is how to make me mind. He don't want a wife, he want a dog. He your husband, I say. You got to stay with him. Else what else you gonna do? My sister husband caught in the draft, she say. They don't have no children or no Odessa love children. He left her on the little farm. Maybe I go stay with them for a while, me and my children. I think about my sister Nettie. Thought so sharp it go through me like a pain. Somebody to run to. It seemed too sweet to bear. Sophia, go on, frowning at a glass. I don't like to go to bed with him no more, she said. Used to be when he touched me, I'd go all out my head. Now when he touched me, I just don't even want to be bothered. Once he get on top of me, all I think about is how that's where he always want to be. She sip her lemonade. I used to love that part of it, she say. I used to chase him home from the field, get all hot just to watch him put the children to bed. But no more. Now I feels tired all the time, no interest. Now, I say, sleep on it some, maybe come back. But I say this just to be saying something. I don't know nothing about it. Mr. Climb up on top of me, do his business in 10 minutes, us both sleep. Only time I feel something stirring down there is when I think about Suge. And that like running into the end of the road and it turned back on itself. You know the worst part, she say. The worst part is I don't even think he noticed. He get up there, enjoy himself just the same. No matter what I'm thinking, no matter what I feel, it's just him. Heart feeling don't even seem to enter it no more, just snort. The fact he can do it like that make me want to kill him. Us look up at the path to the house, see Shug and Mister sitting on the steps. He reach over and pick something out of hair. I don't know, say Sophia. Maybe I won't go. Deep down, I still love Harpo, but he just makes me real tired. She yawned, laughed. I need a vacation, she said. Then she go back to the wood pile, start making some more shingles for the roof. Hi. Let me see. Okay, I'll read this last letter that she wrote, and then I gotta think I should go. Dear God, Sophia write about her sisters. They all big, strong, healthy girls, look like Amazons. They come early one morning in the 2 wagons to pick up Sophia. She don't have much to take. Her and the children clothes, a mattress she made last winter, a looking glass and a rocking chair, and the children. Harpo sit on the steps, acting like he don't care. He making a net for some fish. He look out toward the creek every once in a while and whistle a little tune, but it nothing compared to the way he usually whistle. His little whistle sound like it lost its way down in a jar, and the jar is at the bottom of the creek. At the last minute, I decide to give Sophia the quilt. I don't know what her sister place be like, but we've been having right smart cold weather long in now. For all I know, she and the children have to sleep on the floor. You gonna let her go? I asked Harpo. He looked like only a fool could ask that question. He puffed back. She made up her mind to go, he said. How I'm gonna stop her? Let her go on, he said, cutting his eyes at her sister wagon. Us sit on the steps together. All us hear from inside is thump, thump, thump of plump and stout feet. All Sophia's sisters moving around together at the same time make the house shake. Where us going? Asked the oldest girl. Going to visit Aunt Odessa, say Sophia. Daddy coming? She asked. No, say Sophia. How come Daddy ain't coming? Another one asked. Daddy need to stay here and take care of the house. Look after Dilsey, Coco, and Boo. The child come stand in front of his daddy and just look at him real good. You not coming? He say. Harpo say no. Child go whisper to the baby crawling around on the floor. Daddy not coming with us. What you think of that? Baby sit real still, strain real hard, and then fought. Us all laugh, but it's sad too. Harpo pick it up, finger the daddy, and get her ready for a change. I don't think she wet, say Sophia, just gas. But he changed her anyway. Him and the baby over in the corner of the little porch, out of the way of traffic. He used the old dry daddy to wipe his eyes. At the last, he hands Sophia the baby, and she sling it up on the side of her hip, sling up a sack of dainties and food over her shoulder, corral all the little ones together, and tell them to say goodbye to their daddy. Then she hugged me best she can, with the baby and all, and she climbed up on the wagon. Every sister just about got a child between her knees, except the 2 driving the mules, and they all quiet as they leave Sophia and Harpo yard and drive on up past the house. So Sophia leaves. Harpo just does not understand that you don't have to beat a woman to get her to listen. Because all he knows is what his pa has shown him. That in order to get a woman to listen, you have to beat her into submission. And even though Celie came and told him, you don't have to do that with her. She loves you and will do anything that you ask her to. He still does it anyway. Those generational curses are so hard to break. So hard to break to the point that you mess up your own happiness. You mess up your own life. And so that basically is what just happened. He ate himself sick trying to get big enough to beat her. That didn't work. She still whooped his tail. And Celie was like, just love her, Harpo. Just love her. What me and your pa have is not love. We do this out of obligation. We don't love each other. This is why your dad beats on me, because we don't love each other. You and Sophia love each other. Stop hitting her. He don't learn. It is so important when you're on this journey, and any journey, to detach yourself from really toxic, nasty generational curses. They will rob you of your happiness. They will rob you of your love. And like I tell you every time that we read this book, the enemy comes to rob, steal, kill, and destroy anything that you have. Dang, man. I hate to see it. So, sad section, you know. Thank you. Oh, she's gone already, but yes, I love Seeking Spirit. Ooh, I love her so much. I love her so much. So yeah, love her so much. Love Seeking Spirit so much. Okay. So yeah, so hopefully, I mean, we know how this, I mean, if you've seen the movie, then you know how the story goes. But right now, Harpo's got to sit with that. He's got to sit with the fact that all he had to do was love her. That's it. He had a woman that was ready to do whatever, had all his babies, and was so strong, was out in the field working with him, was up building houses with him, ready to go to war for him. And because of the generational curse of seeing his father constantly beat on women that he didn't love, he figured that that was love. He didn't know how to really love. We got to detach ourselves from those toxic generational curses that have come to rob, steal, and kill and destroy our happiness and our love. And we are strong enough to do so. We can do it. Okay? So I'm going to go get ready for this dinner. I'm really excited to go out to eat, especially because I don't have to pay. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I'll see you all soon. Okay? Love you. Peace.